This is a 2-inch fitting, so you basically want it 1 inch up into your OD fitting. So if we measure to the top of our pipe, we got 2.5 inches. A little set screw on the side, and what we want to do is go down 1.5 inches. So measuring to our bit, so 1.5 inches to the top of that pipe is all I need to cut. Just tighten this, and now we'll make sure that we're cutting this 1.5 inches down into our fitting. It's a little bit stubborn, but you just kind of rock it back and forth until you get it flush with the top of the pipe. So that's hitting the top of the pipe now. That's all there is to it. So one question I get a lot is, how do you overcome the tub flange? So as you can see here, my cast iron tub has this little bit of a lip. And a lot of ways you can just literally just butt your cement board right on top of that. Now you are going to want to put some kind of sealant in between here so that you can make sure that it's waterproof there, and then go over with some kind of a membrane if you're going to do it this route. But the easiest way is to literally just put some shims on the back wall, and then this will allow it to go all the way down onto the tub deck. That is a much better waterproof system there. Okay, so we'll put a bead of sealant right here. Squeezes nicely. All right, so this is really less than ideal, and I really don't like the idea of having to do this, but this is a remodel project, and the old tub that we removed had some kind of weird skirt that kind of bumped out irregularly. So when I put a new tub in, you know, I got a really ugly gap here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a piece of tile, and I'm just going to basically create a border right up against the tub. We're just going to make a mark. So it's by no means a perfect scenario, but I think it'll look all right. Once we grout it, match everything up, it'll almost look like you kind of did it on purpose. So this is awesome, a Bucketsaver. This is just a liner, and this allows me to be able to mix everything and not have to worry about ruining a bucket. Any excess thin set that I don't use, I can just easily take out the next day. And the next morning, I just pull out the excess thin set that I didn't use, pull out that little puck, and then start all over again. Definitely saves a bucket. These are awesome. One of the things I've always hated about pocket doors is if you ever got one of those square type of latches, they don't work really well. And if you're gonna put it on a bathroom like this, you want it to be easily able to be locked. So that's why I got this pocket door deal. So all you have to do is basically cut a normal hole, just like any other door. Okay, so then this has a little lock on the inside. This is a common problem right here. See my switch box here, it's kind of sticking out, and that's going to be a problem. I won't, my cover won't fit on there. So the way that we're going to fix that is, first off, just cut a little bit of this backing here so we don't peel off any of the paint. But we're just going to use a shim, and we're going to shim this right next to the stud. That's good. So a little shim kind of holds that back to where you need it to be. This is awesome. Absolutely love this idea. Finally a way to finish our pecs. So awesome. Absolutely love this. Makes it so easy to cover that. And there's no fittings inside the wall or on the outside. Pretty cool. This will make sure that you get the right consistency. This is where that roller just is not going to do it. If you wanted to use that roller, that thing's going to take like 4 coats to get the right thickness. So this is a 3/16 inch trowel. So just coat it over so that the layer is even. And then you can smooth it out. So now that's the right thickness. Now I can just smooth it out.
Are you charging by the cost of square foot?
No, definitely not. I'm going by, I mean, each job is different. I never got into that square footage game because people didn't just fight you on what other people are. It's just like the race to the bottom in a way. There's just so many different intricacies with this. So I'm always like somebody who goes by the day. So I kind of look at a job like, okay, I should be able to tile that in 3 days or 4 days, and whatever the square footage is. And marble, stone, all of that, you can't, I mean, you can figure out your own square foot price. But again, I don't like that question. When people ask that, I don't even go out and look at their jobs, because I know they're just going to be a pain in the ass. They're just not going to be somebody that I want to work for. Basically, we have 1 inch at the drain location. So in 3 foot, that would be about 1.75 inches. We might go a little bit higher than that just to give ourselves a little bit more slope. So we'll go 1 7/8 inches, and then we'll mark the wall. All right, keep your eyes closed. Keep them closed. What do I wanted to say there? And then what? Oh. Anything for Barbie. Keep your eyes closed. Oh, I just tripped over this stupid thing.
Oh, she's getting her. Okay. So, the first take will be, you and I are walking into the bare bone bathroom together. I'm all smiles, and you're just kind of like, Okay? Can you
Okay.
do a face like, yeah, like you're just like,
Okay. Here it is, Barbie, your new bathroom.
oh my God, Ken, it's perfect.